Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 253. So, last time we found out that the one guy that was kind of always next to Asari with the long black hair told on him to his father. How dare he tell on him? He was thinking it was for Isari's own good, but he didn't think that Arami would kill him, I believe, because he still cared about Isari. He didn't want him dead. So, yeah, that's a real bummer for that guy. But yeah, we had the conversation between Boruto and Chojuro talking about wanting to try to stop this. He gave him the opportunity, and they're headed there with boss Kajiki, and they're gonna try to talk to Ikada. So I've already talked in length about my thoughts on some of this and whether I think it'll work or not, and so we'll just jump into the episode and see how it turns out, shall we, guys? Alrighty, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, right. I have no audio because I was watching a different video earlier where I muted. We are good now, though. Looks like a dentist chair with your leg up and stuff. I feel like I'm about to get my teeth done. The storm before the storm. Get it? Not the calm before the storm, because it's storming out. Blow him up. Alright. Here we go. I imagine it's going to be a lot of blaming and a lot of Boruto saying, I know I fucked up, even though he didn't. Even though your damn sister came at me, bro. What was I supposed to do? Self-defense, you ever heard of it, man? So your sister was too strong. I couldn't just restrain her. We tried. We barely beat her with our lives. Hopefully I don't lose power. We got over a foot of snow today. Actually, I think we got quite a bit over a foot. And we lost power once, but we got it back on a while ago, and it's been good, so praying. And the snow is slowing down, so yep, Arami's worried. That's right, we're not with Boss Kajiki anymore. He got them, to Chojuro, right? And then oh, well. Jesus! Nice. Well, they have no way back now. Alright, well, not a good start. Not that I figured it would go well at the start anyway. Damn. Do they have, like, long-range viewing from up there? Oh, they even have audio. Alright, well. Let's see if we can power a friendship this bitch. Tell you to stop the war. Were they ordered to do that? Or did they just start doing it? I always like to think about that whenever that kind of stuff happens. Well, alright. Yep, this is the end of the show. Boruto's dead. Who? Yeah, this doesn't sound like it's working. Jeez. Just a little bit. At least this arc. Guess like that trauma is what caused it to trigger. It even slicked back his hair. Well, how do you help this one, Boruto? What more can you say? Oh shit, they have another one of these? Well, shit. Did they have another one, or did they fix this one? I thought they said it sank, so they must have had another one, right? It's crazy that they have so many of these, like, big-ass ships and no one knows. I mean, I guess the ocean is a big place, right? Hard to, or easy to hide something. But that big, though? It's crazy. Guess there's jutsus, too, and shit. Maybe camouflage with water or something. This fuck. There's Kawaki. How did he get here? He wasn't on the boat with them, right? with Boruto and them when they arrived. Did they send Kawaki on his own with his own mission just in case it didn't go well? Or did Kawaki act on his own? Hmm. Oh, is it the, yeah, Funamushi's son? And he tried to kill me. The cycle of vengeance must stop. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to stop someone's urge for revenge. Not looking good. Well, shit. If you let me kill you. Or that. Interesting. I will say, so far, I mean, they still might go back on it, which is why I'm trying to, like, pinch my words here, but so far, I almost like the direction this is going. Because it's not just fixing everything through the power of friendship. Like, Boruto actually failed here. But, like I said, I don't want to say too much yet. You know, offer herself. Well, I mean, that's dramatic and all, but this is a filler arc. I know he's not gonna die. But I guess we'll see. I like the animation in his eyes and everything there, though. That was pretty nice. Or maybe not animate, maybe the art is the better word to use. It's not quite animation, but... oh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean... I'm, like, hit or miss with this episode. Like, so far, I like that it's not just fix everything with the power of friendship. I'm worried that next episode we're still gonna have that. And now that Ikata was this resistant, if he, like, turns back now, I feel like that will be even less believable than if he came here and convinced him quicker. Because if he came here and convinced him rather quickly, then you'll know that Ikata's heart was already on the verge of being like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But after Ikata showed us his resolve, it's gonna, I feel like it's not gonna make as much sense if he changes his mind now. But anyways, that's it, guys, for 253. So, yeah, I didn't even write much down because really pretty much the whole episode was that conversation. So honestly, this discussion might not be too long. I have a few things to talk about in regards to it, but I will say the reason why I said this episode was hit or miss for me is, like, I already said, like, the pro of him kind of sticking to his guns. They don't just beat it with the power of friendship, like I said, at least yet. We'll see what happens in the coming episodes. But the downside to this episode is we just spent, you know, what, 23, 24 minutes watching a conversation that inevitably led nowhere yet. You know, like, unfortunately, I feel like this took a little bit too long, and I don't know. I felt like we just kept going in circles with the conversation, and there was like, in the end, I liked him being so resistant, but I'd rather it have been him being so resistant. Like, it feels like this is another episode, kind of like the, um, like preparing the village, and then also the episode where we had them like dealing with the spies and stuff like that. It was like two episodes where I felt like it could have been one episode. I feel like I don't know yet. It's hard to say, but I feel like this episode and maybe whatever comes next could have been condensed down into one episode, but this just felt so drawn out that there were moments where I was like really bored, you know, where I'm just like, you know, it's Boruto says something, Ikata says, "No, I still war." Boruto says something, Ikata says, "No, I still war," you know? Like, it was just, and then we, you know, in between that we cut a couple times to, you know, Tankan being like, "See, I told you so," doing that every time. So it's like, I don't know. There was just aspects of it that was just a little more boring for me. But we'll see. And then I feel like I already said, I feel like it's gonna be even worse if Ikata flips now. Like, I'll at least find some merit in it if Ikata holds his guns. Like, it'll suck, don't get me wrong. Like, I liked Ikata before he had this big switch, but if he can't find it in his heart to give this up, then we need to go with whatever. It sounds like Boruto might have had another plan, maybe, because we heard that little line of like, well, what if he doesn't give in? And then we have Kawaki doing stuff too. Like, I feel like there's a plan B in case things don't go as they had hoped. But yeah. Uh so we'll see. I don't want to prejudge and try to like make assumptions based off without seeing the result yet. So, uh I mean, I understand Ikata's like rage, and that's why if he doesn't change his mind and this war happens, then I will respect that decision of Ikata, because you know that's his choice. It sucks. Like, if we could have stopped the war, that would have been great, because any time to stop fighting, I am all in for. I think war is one of the stupidest parts of humanity. But but yeah. That being said, one of the other things this episode and the previous episodes too that bugged me a little bit is just Ikata's sudden like insane strength. Like, it felt like he power scaled up quickly, and I understand this episode they said like, oh, the anger of losing my sister is what like awakened my dormant Funato blood. I get that, but at the same time, it's not fun to watch a character display power that they just casually awakened, and he didn't even train for it. He didn't do, like, the strength he acquired wasn't through hard work. It was just like he just suddenly had it, and it's like, well, that's kind of shitty, because like, you know, it's just, I don't feel any like backing for him. Like, yeah, he worked hard for this strength. It's just like, oh no, well, just because the circumstances of his birth, he suddenly has, you know, and the anger of losing his sister, he suddenly awakens and can create these water tornado things that can, you know, destroy a ship in seconds and spawn a bunch of them. Like, he seems, I mean, I don't know how, in practice, how much strength that would be, right? Like, in an actual fight. But he seems like he's probably on Boruto's level or higher, where Boruto's been training for this since he was very young, and Ikata's just like, I'm mad now, and is super powerful. Like, so, I don't know. There's just that aspect whenever a character in a show is just like, I'm strong without trying. It's just not as compelling of a story. Like, even though the rest of his story is fairly compelling, I just found myself a little bit like, wow, am I supposed to be impressed that you just magically unlocked this power? Ooh, you know. It's like, but if you trained for 10 years to accomplish this feat, then yeah, you know, props. Good job, dude. But yeah. Uh anyway, I mean, honestly, I hate to cut the discussion this early, but there's not much more I have to say without talking in circles about the same points that I already had. Um I'm trying to think back to any parts of the conversation. I do like that Boruto apologized. Um that's nice. Like I do feel like we were beating around the bush of like the main topic, right? Like I don't know. I don't know how I would handle that situation, so I can't really judge too much cuz there's a part of me that's just like they're pissed at Boruto for what happened to his sister, right? But at the same time, you have to understand that your sister came at me with the intent to kill me, and I feel like that's worth mentioning. But you know, maybe it's not worth mentioning. Like I guess you could see it as just an excuse. It's not like Boruto went out of his way and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go assassinate this bitch over here." You know, no, like she came at him with the intent to kill. Like, would it like should he have just not defended himself? And that's the same thing with Funamushi. Funamushi would not stop. No matter how many times he was defeated, he would not give up on his goal to kill Kagura and Boruto. And even after he killed Kagura, he still wasn't happy with that. He had to kill Boruto too. He was obsessed with it. And that obsession is what led him to his death. Not at any fault of our characters. It was, you know, the Fanato character's own obsession that led to their own deaths. It's that revenge that they hold so dear. But which I guess is the point that Boruto's getting at. But I mean, you know, there's just some aspects of that where I feel like maybe giving them that hard truth is something they need to hear. Like sometimes when you need to snap someone out of it, the hard truth is what they need to hear rather than just going there and being all like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." And it also took them so long to get to the apology where I feel like that might even have like, you know, that seems to be like Boruto's like plan C in the conversation. Like his plan A was just, "Hey, stop it," you know? And it's like, really? You thought that was gonna work? And then his like plan B was I can't even remember now what he said after that, but there was some stuff he said in between saying like we got to stop the revenge and stuff like that, and then he apologized. Like maybe apologize first, but yeah, like some of those aspects of like having to have Boruto start with just, you know, "Hey, let's stop," kind of thing. Like, sure, maybe it's worth a try, but that was one of the things that felt like it was just buying time, and we spent like 5 minutes for them to talk about that point. And then Boruto mentions like trying to stop the cycle of vengeance and stuff like that, which I guess that was a little bit more fitting because that's kind of Boruto's little arc right now, is that cycle of vengeance thing. So I guess that one was fine. But, you know, like I just felt like we should have got to things a little bit quicker, got to the apology a little bit quicker, maybe like apologize and then talk about the cycle of revenge stuff like all in one go and then to see how they respond kind of thing. But yeah. I did like what I actually think I liked what Sarada said more than I like what most of what Boruto said, because she kind of got straight to the point. She said, you know, "We lost people too in this war. We're trying to swallow those feelings in order to come to you and see if we can stop this war before more people lose more loved ones," kind of thing. And I felt like that was short, that was concise, and it got to the point. It's just too bad that, you know, we had to go through the whole episode just to have that one moment. And then he kind of like threw it aside anyway, being like, "Who are you to talk?" You know, like essentially kind of being like, "This is between me and Boruto," in a way, is what I got from his response. So, but Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wait to talk more about this until we see how it wraps up and everything, because, like I said, if he sticks to his guns about this and doesn't cave in to Boruto, then I think I'll honestly be more happy than if he caves in. Because now, if he caves in, because Boruto offered his life, I can't kill Boruto, I was just putting on a tough guy act, I can't actually go through with it or something, then that's just gonna be kind of eh. Uh, it'll feel like this episode was a waste when we could have seen that last episode, right? Or this episode, I mean. But anyway, we'll see. No, like I said, no sense going too deep into conversation about something we haven't seen yet. So thank you guys so much. That's it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. Link in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.